Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Graeme. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, or the case may be, feel free to send it. I'll get to it as soon as I can. But this is for The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover from 1989. Which I know I've heard of this title before, but I'd never seen the film before. Now, this was kind of a bit more interesting than I thought it would be, because it stars Helen Mirren, who's a wonderful actress, Michael Gambon, or Michael Gambon, who I remember as General Zeevil from the movie Toys with Robin Williams. He became the villain in that. He was also Dumbledore in Harry Potter. Tim Roth has a supporting role, where he's a guy kind of following around this Bob Boss guy, played by Michael Gambon. You have Richard Bohringer. He plays the cook. Alan Howard plays the lover. And pretty much the gist is Michael Gambon, I say mafia, but I don't know how you want to put it. He's a criminal. He has a bunch of men on his payroll, and he loves to eat. He loves to go to his restaurant and pretty much take it over. And he's a despicable guy, just doing whatever he wants. I mean, the very beginning, they beat up a guy who owes him money, and they put all this stuff on him, and the guy even pisses on him as they've stripped him naked. He treats his wife, Helen Mirren, like crap. He goes to the restaurant, takes it over, and says, "Hey, cook, remember, without me, you got nothing. Without me, this restaurant wouldn't be here." And he'll go around, and if he's drunk enough, he'll tell these people to leave, and he'll take this table. And if the guy's like, "Well, wait a minute, this is our table." "Oh, yeah?" And then he'll, like, ruffle him up and put soup over his head. So, Michael Gambon just playing a despicable piece of shit character. He's always mocking his wife, Helen Mirren, and at times she'll go to the bathroom of the restaurant. The reason being is there's this guy who's also at the restaurant who likes to read books. They kind of meet each other in the bathroom and they have sex. And ultimately that goes into, instead of the bathroom, the back room. Well, the cook knows this, but since he likes these two much more than that guy, he lets them have this other area to have their horizontal fandango piece of fun. I think what surprised me was the look of the film. Because it's very much, you tell it's trying to be like a play, where there's even curtains at the, like there's, the way they make it where it looks like curtains open up and then we're into our movie. But there are certain shots where we're like outside and then we go inside, and the kitchen of this restaurant is gigantic. I've seen houses that are smaller than this fucking kitchen, because it looks like the kitchen's in a warehouse. Like, it's a kitchen, but it's like all these pipes, and it looks like it's a damn warehouse. I'm like, what kind of kitchen is this? It's massive. But then the camera will keep going, and then it'll go into this luxurious restaurant where everything's red, and very nice looking restaurant. And you have the cook, who's very pertinent about his food. You have the dishwasher boy who likes to sing opera when he washes dishes. You don't really get to know any of the other characters. One guy I thought looked familiar. I thought there was one guy in this that I thought he reminded me of someone from the John Carpenter movie Prince of Darkness. I don't think it's him, but I swear it seemed like it was him. The black guy in Prince of Darkness. I thought he was. I don't know for certain if it is him. But he's really given nothing to do in this, so I guess it doesn't matter. So again, it's just the look of the film definitely made me go, because it felt like a slick enough production. Whether it be the red vibrancy of the restaurant, and I did in a certain way certain camera shots are, like the following the lover and the wife into the bathroom, and just how big and spotless the bathroom happens to be. Like these kind of nice like wide shots to really give it like a bigger scope to the environments. That was kind of nice to see. And Michael Gambon, I mean, he does play a just despicable person, where he's like making fun of her. What do you do in the bathroom? Playing with yourself? That's not allowed. That's my property. Or Tim Roth, he's either trying to eat food but puking up, or does something else, and he makes Tim Roth, you go in the corner. You stand in the corner there. Later on, one lady says something, and Michael Gambon gets pissed and stabs her with a fork, and the fork is stuck to the girl's cheek. I will say, though, it got to a point that I got a bit tired of Michael Gambon talking. And there was to a point that I kind of wanted him to shut the fuck up. Because obviously that's the point, is that he's a despicable person. But it just... Sometimes I just got tired of his blabber. And I just wanted him to shut up. One thing leads to another. He finds out that his wife's sleeping around and is looking for them. The two are holed up. The cook sends that opera singing dishwasher to bring food to them. He gets found out. They tortured the kid a bit. They get some information. They get into spoilers. Heavy spoilers. They find where the guy's at. They kill the lover by forcing books and pages into his mouth to suffocate. Helen Mirren finds him. Of course, she's sad. But she's definitely out of it because she sleeps right next to the dead guy, going, "Do you when I wake up, give me a kiss?" I'm like, no, he ain't. Maybe the kiss of death, but... And then she wakes up, she talks to the cook, tells what happened. And then I didn't expect the finale to be this way. This another interesting notion where... I wouldn't say it becomes a horror film, but a hint, a salt of it. But before I get into that, like I said, the acting I thought was decent. I mean, Helen Mirren, like I said, very solid. As you tell, this is someone who still has some fire in her belly, but gets oppressed by her dickhead husband. Like I said, Michael Gambon, he definitely showcases how despicable the character is. But God, sometimes it's just a bit too much even for me. The cook, like I guess I thought the cook. I mean, he's in it throughout the film. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that you don't really get to know anything about him, not his life. I don't think you really ever see him outside of his kitchen. And you tell that he's not really respecting Michael Gambon, but he does what he's supposed to do. Like when the power goes out, he has all his guys have candles until the power comes back on, and then serve the food. So they say you don't really get to know him much as a character. His backstory, not a whole lot of it. And at times it got a bit repetitive of, oh, here's another time when Michael Gambon's being a dick at the restaurant. Now here's another time him being a dick at a restaurant. Now here's another time where he's making fun of his wife being in the bathroom too much. Or either kneeing a guy in the balls, or not knowing Alan Howard's her lover yet, just making fun that he's got books and throwing them on the ground. Like I said, at times it got a bit repetitive. You're kind of waiting for something else to happen. for the pacing to get a bit faster. But like I said, I did like the look of the film. I thought the actors did their jobs fairly well. And the ending, I definitely was something to point out. Heavy spoilers. She wants her lover Kut, which is a pretty crazy idea. And the Kut is told this, and instead of going, what the fuck? Like a real person would, the way he reacts is kind of like, granted, he's not really wanting to do it, and he tells her no. But then you get this like conversation where she's talking about how I need to know that I was loved, and what's the proof, and when we were together, what did you see? And so the cook has to describe, I saw him cupping your breast, and I saw him kissing your face, and I saw him. You take his penis into your mouth. And I'm like, the point to laughing. I don't think I'm supposed to be laughing at this, but I'm like, the way he says, I saw you take his penis into your mouth. I guess the idea psychologically is that in her mind she's thinking, was this love a fantasy? Did she imagine this? She's out of her head, of course, and there's no evidence of, what can she have to remember him by? I don't know. I didn't get it 100%, to be perfectly honest. I just thought it was a weird fucking scene, weird fucking bit where she wants the cook to explain back to her what he saw of them fucking. It's just, like I said, I'm sure there's some deeper meaning to it. I didn't get it. I just thought it was fucking weird. I'm like, is this a French thing? I don't know. Is this a foreign thing? But then she later points out, no, I want you to cook them, not for me to eat. So the idea is that they bring Michael Gambon and they serve the body to him. Helen Mirren gets a gun and forces him by gunpoint to eat the body. Now I thought this was going to go even further. Obviously, the guy's, shaking, he doesn't want to do it, and he takes like one bite and is puking it up. But I'm thinking it's going to be a lot more of a longer scene. Like it was going to be like, not a montage, but kind of, okay, he's getting this piece, then he's getting this piece, and he's forced to do this piece. Otherwise she'll shoot him, and maybe she'll give him like some warning shots, and he's like, he doesn't want to do it, but I just thought it'd be like a longer torture of that character. Instead, again, he only did one piece. He pukes up, he sits back down, he won't do any more, and then she shoots him. Kills him. So I guess I thought there'd be even more. Because they set up a grisly... What's the word I'm thinking of? I'd like a ghastly idea. Grand du Nord, which I know I mispronounced that, but Grand du Nord, I can't even say it right. That kind of darkly humorous, fucked up thing, and I thought that they were going to go further. And you don't see like details of the body being eaten up, and maybe then they'd also like force Tim Roth, or they force this other guy, because there were other guys there. And I think that's what they could have done, is there were other guys there that helped kill this guy. That like forced all of them to eat this guy. Well, here's your dinner. So like they're each, and it'd be like this series of little bits where this music would be playing, and you see the reactions of the cook and other people as these villains are getting their comeuppance and forced to do something ungodly, and how minute by minute you see just more sick they get, more disgusted they get, how they're begging, they're pleading, but no, do you want to die? Keep eating. You said you don't kill them and eat them. you did the first one, now do the second one. So I just thought it ended a bit too quick. That's for me. That's in my opinion. But the idea, again, I didn't expect that to be the ending of the movie, that to have the damn lover cooked and force the bad guy to eat it. But again, he only takes like one bite and that's it. I just thought it could have gone further. Like, you set up this ghastly idea, really go for it if that's the case. So I thought they kind of half-assed it, in my opinion. So again, while the cook guy, Richard Bohringer, I wish there was a bit more either depth to them, or like I say, he doesn't have a whole lot to do other than, like, he's in it a lot, but he still felt like a background character. I like the performers. I like the way it was shot. I thought the ending was definitely kind of a bit surprising. Helen Mirren, I thought, was very solid. I felt sorry for her character. Overall, I mean, it's not a film I would watch again, but I'm glad I saw it once. And it was definitely interesting. More, because again, the way, I looked at the title, I thought, okay, it's gonna be like some British drama movie about an affair, and like I said, I mean, in a way, it is about that, but again, all the little touches. Like I said, the cook's kitchen being this damn humongous fucking warehouse, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting, and like I said, the ending and stuff, and just how much of a dick Michael Gammon's character is. Just such a vile character. And there's some funny lines as well. Like when Helen Mirren, I'm glad she wasn't just a doormat. There were times she would fire back verbally, where she goes, well, me being infertile, maybe it makes me a safe bet for a good screw. And he don't like that, because he wants kids, but... So I thought that was kind of a funny line. So yeah, at times it's a bit too talky, mainly from Michael Gammon's character. But overall, did I mind the film? No, I didn't mind the film. I'm glad I saw it at least once, thanks to the Graeme out there. So, take that for you will. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye for now.